Hey man, what it is? This is Deem, and I am your host, and this is By Any Means. There go to PayPal at Deem by any means. There go to Cash App. $ Deem by any means. Y'all know what I'm about to say. I don't care if you sent 5 cent, 10 cent, $1,000. It is much, much, much appreciated. Want to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart, y'all. About the destruction and in the target on black masculinity is such as men as myself that's pride in being that takes pride in being a straight man, that takes pride in being very masculine, that takes pride in having integrity and upholding that and teaching children around me those values and not to sell yourself out for money and all that. Desi Banks, let me holler at you, man. Want to first off by saying that I was a fan of you. But after I heard your comments, I'm no longer a fan, a supporter, or anything like that because I have boundaries too. As even somebody who consumes entertainment that I'm not involved in, I have boundaries, and I don't deal with men being okay to wear dresses. And it'd be one thing, y'all, if it was actually funny. Let's be honest. 9 times out of 10, when a man is in a dress, there's nothing funny about it. They be over corny skits that aren't funny at all. Not to a real man. Maybe to you little silly dudes, trying to impress women and you soft guys. Maybe that stuff is something to chuckle about. But I never thought that any of the stuff like the Kevin Hart Saturday Night Live, I thought that was trash. I thought every time Shaq was in a wig or a dress, I thought it was trash. I thought every time Jamie Foxx was on Living Color and him and Damon Wayans and all of them was doing that type stuff, I always thought it was trash. Even as a kid, I just never understood it, got it. And my dad used to always tell me, I better not never see you do that. Ever. And my dad was a very masculine man prior to these spaces and all that stuff people be on here teaching about relationships and all that. My dad was telling me that before Kevin Samuels and all them ever existed. You understand what I'm saying? So before YouTube was out. And it just hurts my heart because Desi somebody that I do think is a good person. I do like his comedy. I do like to support the young brother because I think he a good-hearted person. But I also know from his comments that he willing to sell his integrity for some money. No pun intended. He's willing to sell Desi to go to the bank. He's willing to sell Desi to go to the bank. And no point intended. No. And it saddens me, man, because I know that Desi Banks, me and Desi are about the same age, maybe a few years apart. But one thing I know is that he knows why. It's not just that you're in a dress, it's the reason they want you to do it is more of the problem, Desi. It's the fact that you know it's a pattern. It's the fact that you know that they are doing this to see if you have a certain acceptance of other things. So when you comply with it, you make it okay for them to attack men like me and say, well, look at Shaq, look at Kevin Hart, look at such and such, look at such and such. They put on a dress. Why are you holding on to that? You insecure. You toxic masculinity. You see why I made this video, y'all. And it saddens me because I'm so scared for our children, my nephews, um, and things like that. Because I got daughters, but I'm even scared for my daughters that she gonna bring home a dude that got fingernail polish on. That will not be accepted. I can't truly believe that you'll protect my child and you wear fingernail polish. I can't truly believe that you would protect my daughters and you okay with putting a dress on. I just can't look at you. I can't take you serious. Could y'all ever, and the reason why I say that is so wrong, y'all, could y'all picture Malcolm X in a dress? Because you picture Martin Luther King putting on a dress. And the fact that I know in your head you're saying no, that you know Malcolm X would never do that, then why is it acceptable for any man to do that? Because y'all know what Malcolm X would say if he was living and saw all these things. Because remember, the dress wearing things was well after that they were going. What do you think Malcolm X would have said with all of these things that's going on? You got Kevin, and how you know it's a trap and a trick because you had Kevin Hart saying that he would never do it too, right? They threw that bag at him, and what he say? I had to make my own decision, get over it. No, bro, you already made your decision when you said you would never do it. It's that the money got in the way and changed your mind. Admit that. Don't say you made your own decision. Because prior, if you made your own decision, you would have been putting on dresses long before then. No, you got an ultimatum and then you made the decision on the ultimatum. That is not the same thing, sir. And it's sad to me that these young brothers are fathers. Like, they sons got to see you in a dress. Kevin Hart, Shaq bending you over and pumping you from behind. Your son got to grow up to see that. I don't see nothing funny about that. I don't see nothing funny about that. But we can't talk about masculinity without being honest. You can't be partially masculine. But y'all will be the same guys that say you want a woman that's not partially feminine. You putting on the dress, you joking around, like, no offense, how Caucasian men joke around with each other, that is a little bit of homosexual behavior. It is, and they want you to be okay with it because it's called the grooming process. Have y'all never? Yeah, and this is the thing, y'all. I'm holding Desi and these type of people accountable because I know that they know this. If I thought he was oblivious to it, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be even saying anything, but I know that he's not. I know that he's not oblivious to it. And Shannon asked them that question because of what Kat said. So I know that Desi seen the video. Y'all notice every man that put on a dress got a problem with Cat Williams because he said you put on a dress. You did, man. And you wanted to be accepted. You want men like me to be okay with you doing that and not saying nothing about it. I can't do it. Because if you ask me, you're one step away. If you were trading your integrity for something as small as that, then I know you were trading your integrity for something major. Talk to me, y'all. You can't even stand on principle enough to say that you won't put on a dress or a wig. I think you're going to stand on principle when they offer you $100 million. No, I can't do it. I was born at night, not last night, and I wasn't even born at night. Really want y'all to think about that, y'all. Because I guarantee you, when they put that 100 million, 200 million in front of your face, much more come with that than putting on a dress. You notice, y'all, that every comedian, every celebrity talk about these weird parties that they get invited to, and they'll go in rooms and see other celebrities getting backdoored and doing a bunch of craziness, but they never name the people. Y'all ever notice that? Every celebrity has the same story, but nobody ever admits to it being them. I wonder why. Nobody ever admits to it being them. All of these comedians and celebrities admit that they get invited to these weird parties. Just go to any interview with any celebrity, they all admit to it, but nobody admits that it's them doing it. Or admit who is the people that you've seen doing it. That the fact that they all can admit that these things go on, but not outwardly speak about wrong, lets you know that they already sold their integrity. People been knew about Harvey Weinstein. Why they didn't say nothing? Because they were scared they was going to get blackballed. So when you don't do things for when you go against right for monetization, that is selling out. That is selling your integrity. It is. And there's no way around it. So if I didn't think Desi Banks knew any better or the reasons why they want you to put on the dress, I wouldn't say nothing to it at all. But I know that this man knows much, much, much better than that. And I know he knows why Hollywood does that. And it's so funny that you're so willing to be accepted of these things. Now we see more of you. Yeah, movies now. You're on Club Shay Shay. I wonder why. Would you be in those positions if you weren't willing to put on a dress? Because all the actors and comics that aren't putting on dresses have said that if you're not willing to we don't see them in the same spaces. And that's just a fact. I wonder why. Is that a coincidence? Do y'all know the number one rule of being a detective? I want to see how intelligent people is. Do y'all know the number one rule in being a detective? You're not allowed to believe in coincidences. If somebody's going to commit a murder, they want it to make it look like they had nothing to do with it. That's the whole point. You don't commit a murder and then tell everybody about it and make it easy for the police to find out that it was you. Detectives is not allowed to believe in coincidences, and neither am I. So y'all know what this is, man. Deem by any means. As a black man, if you listen to this, man, hold on to your integrity, man, because that's all we got left. We never been the top of the food chain as far as money. We never been, um, we've always been targeted from the beginning of time. We have always been targeted, man. The only thing that we have left to hold on to is our masculinity and our integrity, and don't sell it for nothing or for nobody, because it ain't too many real ones left. I thought Desi Banks was that, but it's clear that he's not, and that's okay. Wish you the best, good brother. I just won't be supporting you no more because I know you willing to play the game, and that's the game I'm not willing to play. Y'all be good.